Conquering the Clouds, my monsoon adventure to Korigad Fort. Dear friends, I'm your travel buddy Shrikant. Today, I want to whisk you away on a fantastic journey, one filled with the magic of the monsoon and the thrill of adventure, our recent trek to Korigad Fort. The initial 100 meters or so were through a muddy, narrow path that had become quite slippery due to the constant rain. For me, navigating this initial stretch required a helping hand from my fellow teammates, and I was grateful for their support. It was fascinating to watch the youngsters in our group, who seemed to effortlessly skip along the path. We even had a few sights of people slipping flat on the ground, but rather than dampen spirits, it added to the thrill and fun of the adventure. It was consistently raining, and the whole atmosphere was incredibly energetic and charming. As we gained altitude, the fog began to embrace us, creating an ethereal atmosphere. It wasn't long before we were walking directly through the clouds. The strong winds, a characteristic of monsoon treks in the Sahyadris, added to the exhilaration, sometimes pushing us gently, sometimes testing our balance. Reaching the top of Korigad Fort felt like stepping into another world. Despite the fog, the sheer scale of the fort's robust walls and bastions was impressive. This ancient fortress, dating back centuries, stands strong. We paid our respects at the temple of Korai Devi, after whom the fort is named. We explored the vast plateau at the summit, discovering various features. Korigad is famous for its 6 large caves and several serene lakes at the top. Even in the mist, these waters held a truly mystical quality. Then, just as I was taking it all in, I was caught off guard when heavy rain lashed me. I'd carried a wind cheater, but it was highly inadequate for the situation. We really needed full-scale raincoats. Moreover, by the time I could even get my wind cheater out and put it on, I was already completely drenched. Very soon I found myself fully wet with rain, embracing the cool and windy conditions. There was no shade on top of the fort, so we had to weather the winds and rains under the open sky. But despite being soaked to the bone, it was really very exciting and thrilling. It felt like it drained all the toxic things out of our body, and we emerged feeling incredibly fresh. This monsoon trek to Korigad Fort was truly an experience for the senses. It wasn't just about reaching a destination, it was about the journey through the mist-shrouded Ghats, the invigorating climb through lush greenery and flowing streams, and the powerful embrace of the monsoon. If you're looking for an escape that combines history, nature, and a touch of adventure, I highly recommend a monsoon trek to Korigad. Just remember to pack your rain gear, wear sturdy shoes, and be prepared to be awestruck. Before I wrap up my travel story, I must share that this wasn't just any ordinary trek for us. It was actually a fascinating study tour, expertly led by the accomplished archaeologist and historian, Mr. Atharv Bedekar. Our entire adventure was organized by his trek company Durga Wata, which beautifully translates to Pathways Through the Forts. As you've likely seen in the pictures, at various points along our journey, Mr. Bedekar conducted engaging study sessions, enlightening us about the historical background of the fort and its surroundings. This invaluable insight transformed our outing into a truly unique experience, making it much more than just a trek. It was a profound learning journey too,